Hi everybody, this is Gatsad. I was planning on just relaxing after a busy morning working on the revisions of my forthcoming book, but then of course the lunacy never abates. And so I had gone to check my Twitter feed and saw that Patton Oswalt, some of you may know him, he was the actor who played kind of the geeky guy on King of Queens, and I enjoyed him very much on that show. Uh, he posted the following tweet on his Twitter feed. Quote, I'm a Presidential Medal of Freedom recipient, man. Front me 50 pills, close quote. Rush, meaning Rush Limbaugh, to his Oxy dealer tomorrow. Hashtag State of the Union address. So here, Patton is basically trolling Rush Limbaugh, who you may have heard was recently diagnosed with, I think, stage 4 lung cancer. He's trolling him about, being a drug addict and so on. And so here are my replies to Patton. It is inconceivable to me that one should be so callous given the reality that this man currently faces. It is perfectly acceptable to dislike someone's politics, but perhaps grant them some mercy when they are facing such an ordeal. And then I added, never lose your humanity in the service of your blind political partisanship. Given the personal tragedy that you faced, some of you may not know that his wife died in part due to a drug overdose. This should have been an easy lesson for you to learn. As someone who studies human behavior, both in its positive and negative instantiations, it amazes me that someone could so lose their humanity, as this gentleman did, that they can find it perfectly acceptable to be so mean-spirited to someone who was just diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer. Now, if someone's going to write to me and say, come on, he's just joking, he's a comedian. No, I'm not suggesting he's not allowed to do this. I'm not suggesting that he should lose his job for doing this. So this is not part of cancel culture. It's part of human decency. Let me draw you an analogy. I am not a fan of Justin Trudeau. I'm not a fan of Barack Obama. I'm not a fan of Nancy Pelosi. I'm not a fan of Ilhan Omar. I despise Ilhan Omar in every possible way that a human can despise another. Yet, I could never imagine mustering the type of hatred that if she were stricken with a serious illness, I would actually have the ability to post such a tweet. Because putting aside the fact that I might disagree with their ideologies, their politics, their positions, when they are faced with a ordeal as severe as that which Rush Limbaugh is facing, this offers an opportunity for a person to crystallize their moral compass to the things that matter in life. You don't like Rush Limbaugh, that's perfectly fine. But maybe you can somehow scrape within the bottom of your moral compass, the broken moral compass that you have, enough humanity to say, hey, maybe I shouldn't troll this guy today, given that 48 hours ago he faced a truly devastating reality. But this is what happens when you are blind in your political partisanship. And again, I don't mean to imply that only people on the left lose their humanity. This is what happens to anyone who places their partisanship above their humanity. Be better. Cheers.